It looks on your website. It's my first time at the stage night, and I want to do a little storytelling. You know, a little bit low key. And because I can't act in my own accent, I'm going to do an American accent, and also it makes it a little bit funnier. So, without further ado, this is going to last a bit, 6-7 minutes. This is "I Am Not Batman" by Marco Ramirez. It's the middle of the night, and the sky is glowing like mad radioactive red. And if you squint, you can maybe see the moon through a thick layer of cigarette smoke and airplane exhaust that covers the entire city like a mosquito net that won't let the angels in. And if you look up high enough, you could see me, standing on the edge of a 27-story building. And up there, a place for gargoyles and broken clock towers that have stayed still and dead for maybe like 100 years. Up there is me. And I'm frickin' Batman. And I got Batmobiles and Batarangs and frickin' Bat caves like for real. And all it takes is a broom closet or a back room or a fire escape. And Danny's hand-me-down jeans are gone. And my navy blue polo shirt, the one that kind of looks good on me but has a hole in it near the butt from where it got snagged on the chain link fence behind Artewos, but it isn't even really a big deal because I tucked that part in and it's all good. That blue polo shirt, it's gone too. And I get like transformational. And nobody pulls out a belt and whips Batman for talking back or for not talking back. And nobody calls Batman simple or stupid or skinny. And nobody fires Batman's brother from the Eastern Taxi Company because they was making cutbacks neither. Because they got nothing but respect. And not like afraid respect. Just like respect. Because nobody's afraid of you. Because Batman don't mean anybody harm. Ever. Because all Batman really wants to do is save people and maybe pay Abuela's bills one day and die happy and maybe get, like, mad famous. For real. And kill the Joker. Tonight, like most nights, I'm all alone. And I'm watching. And I'm waiting. Like an eagle. Or like a... like an eagle. And my cape is flapping in the wind because it's freaking long. And my pointy ears are on. And that mask that covers like half my face is gone too. And I've got like bulletproof stuff all over my chest so nobody can hurt me. And nobody is going to come between Batman and justice. From where I am, I could hear everything. Somewhere in the city, there's an old lady picking styrofoam leftovers up out of a trash can, and she's putting a piece of sesame chicken someone spit out into her own mouth. And somewhere, there's a doctor with a whack haircut and a black lab coat trying to find a cure for the diseases that are going to make us all extinct for real one day. And somewhere, there's a man in a janitor's uniform, stumbling home drunk and dizzy after spending half his paycheck in 40-ounce bottles of twist-off beer and the other half on a 4-hour visit to some lady's house on the street where the lights have all been shot out because people would rather do what they do in my city in the dark. And half a block away from Janitor Man, there's a group of good-for-nothings who don't know no better waiting to beat Janitor Man with rusted bicycle chains and imitation Louisville sluggers. And if they don't find a scent on him, which they won't, they'll just pound at him till the muscles in their arms start burning, till there's no more teeth to crack out. But they don't count on me. They don't count on no dark night with a stomach full of grocery store brand macaroni and cheese and cut out Vienna root sausages. Because they'd rather believe I don't exist. And from 87 stories up, I could hear one of the good-for-nothings say, "Give me the cash!" Real fast, just like that. Just, "Give me the fucking cash!" And I see Janitor Man mumble something in drunk language and turn pale. And from 87 stories up, I could hear his stomach trying to hurl its way out of its dickies. So I swoop down back, and I'm fast, and I'm like, "Darkness!" I'm like, "Swoosh!" And I throw a batarang of the one Lakin light bulb. And they're all like, whoa, motherfucker, who turned out the lights? What's that over there? What? Give me what you got, old man. Did anyone hear that? No, really? There ain't no bat. But then, one of the three good-for-nothings gets it to the head. Ooh! And number two swings blindly into the dark cape before him. Before his fist hits anything, I grab a trash can lid and right into the gut. And number one comes back with a jump kick, but I know judo karate too, so I'm like, twice. But before I can do any more damage, suddenly we all hear and suddenly everything is quiet. And the one good-for-nothing left standing grips a handgun and aims straight up, like he's holding Jesus hostage, like he's threatening maybe to blow a hole in the moon. And the good-for-nothing who got it to the head, who tried to jump kick me, and the other good-for-nothing who got it in the gut, are both scrambling away from the dark figure before him. And the drunk man, the general man, is huddled in the corner praying to St. Anthony, because that's the only one he could remember. And there's me. Eyes glowing white, plate blowing softly in the wind, bulletproof chest heaving, my heart beating right through it in a Morse code for fuck with me, just once, come on, just try. And the one good-for-nothing left standing, the one with the handgun, he laughs, he lowers his arm, and he points it at me, and he gives the moon a break, and he aims right between my pointy ears, like goalposts, and he's special teams. And General Man is still calling St. Anthony, but he ain't picking up. And for a second, it seems like maybe I'm gonna lose. Nah. Don't kill me, man. Snap, wrist crack, neck crack. She skin meets acid. Ah! And he's on the floor, and I'm standing over him. And I got the gun in my hands now. And I hate guns. I hate holding them because I'm Batman. And Asterix. Batman don't like guns because his parents got iced by guns a long time ago. But just for a second, my eyes glow white, and I hold this thing, for I could speak to the good-for-nothing in a language he understands. And the good-for-nothings become good for disappearing as whatever toxic waste, chemical sludge shithole they crawled out of. And it's just me and General Man. And I pick him up, and I wipe sweat and cheap perfume off his forehead. And he begs me not to hurt him, and I grab him tight by his General Man's shirt collar, and I pull him to my face, and he's taller than me, but the cape helps. So he listens when I look him straight in the eyes, and I say two words to him. Go home. And he does, checking behind his shoulder every 10 feet. And I swoosh from building to building on his way there, because I know where he lives. And I watch his hands where he lives, and I watch his hands tremble as he pulls out his key cane and opens the door to his building. And I'm back in bed before he even walks through the front door. And I hear him turn on the faucet and pour himself a glass of warm tap water. And he puts the glass back in the sink. And I hear his footsteps. And they get slower as they get to my room. And he creaks my door open like mad slow. And he takes a step in, which he never does. And he's staring off into nowhere. His face the color of sidewalks in summer. And I act like I'm just waking up, and I say, "What's up, Pop?" And General Man says nothing to me. But I see in the dark, I see his arms go limp, and his head turns back like towards me, and he lifts it, for I could see his face, for I could see his eyes, and his cheeks is dripping, but not with sweat. And he just stands there, breathing, like he remembers my eyes growing wide, like he remembers my bulletproof chest, like he remembers that he was my pop. And for a long time, I don't say nothing. And he turns around, hand on the doll mob, and he ain't looking my way, but I hear him mumble 2 words to me. I'm sorry. And I'll lean over and hope for my window just a crack. If you look up high enough, you could see me. And from where I am, I can hear everything.
Remember, you saw him here first, Josh Archer! Hey!